Actually, I forgot to do the earpiece. Ah, man. Let's see here. Let's make sure it's on. Nope. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, YouTube. Let's see here. Hit that light. No, let's do that one. Well, it is what it is. Put the glasses on. I thought I'm doing YouTube. I thought I set it up for a live and blah blah blah. You know what it is. Well, it's early in the morning. Actually, I don't have to be. To the shipper till this afternoon. I could have been lazy. And stayed in bed. But when you oversleep, that kind of messes you up. But for some of y'all, it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. I'm behind. Never get a job like that. I've never had a 9 to 5 or a Monday through Friday job, as far as I can remember, in my adult life. I've always had the crazy hours. You're asking yourself, what am I doing? Well, I am brewing me a cup of coffee. Because I can. The new thing I'm going to try is starting today. I bought some cinnamon sticks. I'm going to be what's going on, Mike? I bought some cinnamon sticks, so I'm going to be driving the day with one of them in my mouth to get that anti-inflammatory experience. And one guy was saying that he drives with cinnamon stick in his mouth, so it helps with the anxiety. Because boy, driving this daggone thing will definitely bring you anxiety. I almost had to tell the wife we was about to quit this job because they're switching to an AI camera, but I'm getting too old to be looking for another job. I'm gonna see if I can handle it. If I can't, I can't. You know what I mean? It's forward facing, because if it's facing in this truck, I'm not doing it. I'm telling you right now. You know what I'm saying? You've already taken up a lot of my privacy. Yeah, this is your $100,000 truck, but so what? It's also my home. And I found out that even though it is my home on wheels, if a state trooper wants to go in, come in the truck, it is by law that he can come in here and search without a warrant. Ain't that some mess? We're not slowly losing our rights. We're losing our rights. Not slowly. Yeah, Mike, you'll have to watch out for the trolls this morning, because there's going to be It's gonna be some. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not the perfect driver. I'm not. I don't pretend to be. I don't pretend to know what I'm talking about. Wow. You know what I'm saying? No, hey, guys, nobody's even. I'm not even acting like I know what the heck I'm doing. This is something to wake me up. Come on, let's be 100. This is something to wake me up. This is YouTube is something to set me on on a set routine. When you do this, if you're thinking about doing this, if you're thinking about getting on the road and you're in a bad relationship, don't do it. If you're thinking about getting on the road and you got major problems, don't do it. When you get out here, it's gonna get painful. It's gonna be painful, fellas, ladies. Because you know what? I got out here when I was in a bad relationship. I got out here in a bad situation, but I made it through. But all I'm saying is it's going to be painful. What? Hold up. These glasses don't have the bifocals on. Let me put the ones with the bifocals on so I can read what you were saying. you know, I'm gonna have to make a choice of paying for let's see. So 3 seconds in, I'm bored. Nobody said I wasn't. Nobody says I wasn't. Well, nobody says I wasn't keyboard cowboy. You know. Saw Palmetto. Got it yesterday. This is what is helping me not to go to the bathroom as much. I'm 57 years old. Gotta accept it. But let's see. Service has 2 capsules. That's probably one. The Saw Palmetto. I went to Walmart and I found it. Weak sauce. I went through Walmart and found the Saw. Actually, I did. You can be in a store and can't find nothing. And if you talk to the right person, exactly. What's up, Associate Minister? Say a prayer for us. The trolls are trying early in the morning. What? What? Really, dude? Oh man, it's all good. Mike, I see a button I want to press. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Well, thank God it's Friday. I was gonna maybe try Freaky Friday, Friendly Friday, Fabulous Friday, effed up Friday, farting Friday. Let's see, truck driver news. I knocked myself out of ketosis yesterday by eating some fried chicken. I was tired of eating the cheap stuff that I'm eating, the cheap meat, because meat ain't cheap. but I needed something different. I got a few pieces left. I'm gonna get rid of that and then get back on track. Also, I had some peanut butter. You know you can get the supplements, but I wanted some peanut butter. Get that out of the way, then get back on track. So I consider yesterday my cheat day. Well, it started the day before. I had some fried fish. Boy, that mess was good. But the thing is, when I look back 11 years ago, boy, this waking up like this, sitting in these situations, and boy, it was so miserable. I was so miserable. There's a new age of trucker coming in that does videos, and they think they're doing new stuff, but it's stuff that us old school guys already know about. Stuff us old school guys already know about. There was one guy, I just read it before I came on, because what I try to do I don't try to just jump up and start the live. I try to wake up, and it's when you take that magnesium glycinate, you sleep like a baby, and you need time to let your body wake up. One guy, okay, when you drive an 18-wheeler, you're only allowed to drive for 11 hours. Actually, your first set of driving, you'll drive for 8 hours, a total of 11 hours. You go 8 hours, and then you take a 30-minute break, and then you can drive the rest of your 11 hours total. Well, this guy drove over his 8 hours. He didn't take a break. He was in the third lane, which is the fast lane, which 9 times out of 10, we're not supposed to be in that lane, other than maybe passing, whatever. And he's speeding. He got a ticket. You're running past your hours. You're in violation, and you're speeding. It just shows you some of these new drivers, man, ain't got. And when I used to train, I feel like if you ain't got common sense, this ain't gonna work for you, bro. It ain't gonna work for you if you ain't got common freaking sense. Highlight. I don't know what I hit. Oh Lord, it's got a green screen. Is that what that is? Let me see something. And it's funny. One of the things that that's new for YouTube. Isn't that cool? One of the things I just found something new, Mike. Cool. One of the things for YouTube, once I started cruising, my wife actually found these oversized, like Gabriel Iglesias, those big boys. We gotta have the baggy shirts. I got like 9 of them. Yeah, I've got 9 of them. And they're very comfortable, especially in when you're in the Caribbean. They're very thin skinned. It's not manly colors, I'll tell you that for sure. It's not manly colors. Be right back. Get some. What? Oh boy. coffee machine. I guess it's about to give up the ghost. But it's not. It brewed a quarter of a cup. Gotta love it. But see, you know, I got this message yesterday about the new camera that they're installing. So I don't know, I might have to change where I mount my camera, because it's going to be right up at the top, but the new camera is going to be going outward and to both sides of the windshield. I don't know if this is going to see my camera while I'm videotaping, you know, and I don't look at it or whatever, but I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to get in trouble. I want to stay out of trouble. I want to mind my business. But this AI camera is watching your driving. The one thing that's helped me in my driving is actually doing these lives. Isn't that crazy? Because I've noticed, normally when I'm first waking up or whatever, boy, I'll be wiggle. I gotta stay in my lane. But since I've been doing this for years, when I do the lives, I notice I'm staying in the lane because I'm worried about what you guys are looking at. You're like, oh, he can't drive. Yeah, I know I can't drive, but I don't want y'all to know that. You know? But hey, Miss Patty, how you doing? Morning, welcome in. We ain't talking about much. You know, the fact is that YouTube and my YouTube family, you guys have helped me with so much, man. You've helped me with so much. And you know, the fact that this, you know, the fact that this can be lonely, this situation when you're on the road by yourself, you want to do certain things. When I remember when I first started, I would get out the truck and I would sit in the driver's lounge, and I slowly stopped doing that because of the fact of most trucks stop drivers lounges, all they watch is Fox News and what's that police show with, it's always about violent women stuff, SVU or whatever. I'm like, I don't need that. And it got to the point where it was making me sick to my stomach. And you know, I normally am a loner, so this, you know, this job was okay for me, but my home life, which before I met the woman in the picture, was null and void. But now with the woman in the picture, you know, which is my wife, it allowed me to find my strength. Sometimes you got to be allowed to find your strength. You got to be allowed to find your, your purpose. Sometimes you got to be allowed to figure it out. Sometimes you got, there's a guy coming in. Well, I was gonna wave him off and tell him there's an open spot right next to me. But sometimes you gotta be allowed to figure it out. And I first started YouTube, because Miss T asked me, hey, you a content kid? Yeah, I'm a content kid. I got 3 people. And and I think I was 2 of them. But I learned that it's really not about that, but it helped me to have a voice. It helped me to have digital friends. It helped me have something that would keep my mind off of being alone. It helped me to have to keep my mind off of figuring out that I could be alone. And I know that sounds weird, but it's the truth, Let's see here. I'm gonna do another one. Now that I can play with this thing. I'm gonna play with it. Ah, man, I can't. That's washy, man. Let's do this one. Let me tell you a story about this slide. I got on that side of the slide, and I think when I came around that bend, there was like a little hump right there where I went airborne and slammed back down on my on my back. Oh, Jesus. My old behind, I was like, well, that was a bad idea. And I, was sliding down that slide all the way down to the bottom. I was like, that was a bad idea. I got out of that thing. I said, I ain't never doing that again. And you're not allowed to have your glasses on or anything. Your hat, everything go flying off. So I had to put it near my feet. So I was afraid I was gonna crush my glasses and everything. I said, I literally said to myself, I'm getting too old for this mess. I literally said, I'm getting too old for this mess. But see, this is what I'm saying when I say that. Of all things, a lot of times we want to ask God for all of this stuff, and hey God, I want to be rich, and I want to be this, and I want to be that, and everybody thinks that they're all of this and all of that. I don't. I just wanted to be happy. And after the accident 10 years ago, I didn't blame God like normal guys do. I cried out whatever I did. I said, I cried out, this is ridiculous. Whatever I did, I'm sorry. If I'm being punished, I said, Lord, what do I got to do to get out of this? I'm sorry. And maybe, I don't know if that was the change, because a few months later my life turned around. I mean, I cried out on the side of the highway, butt ass naked. I'm sorry. And if that was the change, I'm still sorry to this day, because I appreciate, see, this stupid stuff like that, me sliding down that slide. I might be 57, but nobody said I got wisdom. I went down that slide flying and screaming, like, and thinking in my head, uh-oh, bad choice. But see, I can do this stuff now and not be in a fit of depression, not be, sad, and not be like, hey, watch my channel. Why won't you watch my channel? Look, I'm making my own goofy self happy. Ow. Ow, hit my big toe. I'm making my own goofy self happy. I'm making my own self happy. And that's why I'm not alone. And another thing, you see how bright that is? At night, boy, boy, that gets spooky out there. I went walking down, there's a little stairs right down that corner to go to the walking path. I needed to work on that. I'll probably work on that video today. I went walking and boy, that's a spooky spot on the cruise ship. But I wouldn't have had none of that. Maybe I wouldn't have had none of that, and I probably believe I wouldn't have had none of that until I said I was sorry. When I said, Lord, whatever I did, I'm sorry. Whatever I did, please forgive me, because I can't take much more of this. And that's when my life started turning around. We work about this Marvin Sapp and all this other stuff, but I still believe there's a God. I still believe that he is in control, but his purpose is not my purpose. And I still believe, and I'm still okay with knowing I'm a wretch undone. You know what I'm saying? And then I do stupid stuff. I didn't have time to do the I wanted to do the water, I forgot what they call that thing, the water thing that they have on Royal. They got another ship, maybe they have it on that other ship, but I'm gonna see, because I want y'all to see a video of me busting my behind. It's like boogie boarding. You boogie board, or what's the other thing you do? Boogie boarding, or trying to stand up on it. the whole area, I got a video of it. The whole area is padded, because I thought I videotaped the guy, and I messed the camera up. I got to check my other camera. I thought I videotaped him, and boy, he was just hitting the deck, man. And I came out there early one morning to see that the whole thing is padded, so that's good. That's all good. Oh man, this coffee's good. Yeah, I got 56 miles, and I don't need to be there till 4 o'clock. So maybe, like I said, maybe I'll work on a video. I did a video of a review of Perfect Day at Coco Cay. All these other videos make that island look like it's so big, but it's really not. It's really not a big island. It's a very, 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 very small island. When you pull away from it, I got a short video. If you look, it's not a big island. If you look, if you really look, there's one crucial point in everybody's life. That's where it's like the pivotal point. I don't know if any of you guys in the Doctor Who and stuff like that. There's always going to be a pivotal point in your life somewhere where you make a decision of what's going to make you happy. I didn't know I was going to enjoy doing YouTube. I didn't know I was going to enjoy um, being being a part of a YouTube family. I didn't know I was going to be doing this Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 a.m. I didn't know because I was lost. I was lost. I was like in the lost and found, and someone found me. You know what I'm saying? It makes it easier because I'm on when you do this and you're on a set schedule. I remember when I first started, I'd call everybody, and I'd have people up at all hours of the night trying to drive, and they trying to go to bed, and I get my feelings hurt. And I know I have the right woman because she wants to talk. It's like, hey, Jeffro, I gotta go to bed. And I'm saying it. I gotta go to bed. You know what I mean? Hey, I gotta go to bed. They just put a smile on my face. They put a wonderful smile on my face. You know? Let me see something here. I wonder if Nightbot is turned off. Every once in a while, you got to go all the way back into the system and make sure Nightbot's turned back on. But I don't know. I'll figure it out. I've set myself up to get a new lawnmower. It's a new used lawnmower. I'm getting 2 of them. Now I got to come up with the money. Yes, I got. Yeah, I'm addicted. Yes, I'm addicted. But mowing season is right around the corner. It's time to get home and clean out the garage and straighten stuff up. I think I'm gonna move one of the aerators to the back to the back of the garage. I mean the backyard. The one that's missing a few pieces, move it to the backyard. But see, like I said before, everybody's calling out to God, asking all this stuff. I just wanted a regular life. I just wanted a regular life. Let's see if we got any new ones. I just wanted a regular life. And I never thought that this would be a part of it. I never thought this would be a part of it. And to be honest with you, I'm ever so thankful. I work 7 days a week, guys. Depending on the load, I work 7 days a week. I wish they would change that law so I can get some overtime, but it is what it is. I would show y'all I'm in a parking lot full of trucks, but this is a rest area in Florida on the turnpike. Let's see where we at. Okay, on the turnpike and I kind of sort of wish I was back on one of these boats, but look, I got paid for this one. And then coming up on my birthday, we picked one of the, as you can see, we went on one of the newest Royal, and then on my birthday we're going on one of the oldest Royal. And on my birthday on one of the oldest Royal Caribbeans. So we just having fun. And thanking God for these blessings. But you get yourself on a routine, which helps with not being lonely. Is the fact that I talk to my wife twice a day. I talk to my wife daily. You know what I mean? I talk to her when she's on the way to work and on the way going home. And then we just talk, talk, talk. Who does that in a marriage? That you talk to your wife that much? Y'all be sick of each other. But we talk daily. And it's, it doesn't make what I do, it doesn't make this lonely. See, what works for me might not, it probably ain't gonna work for you, but the fact that it works. That's why when you get people that try to tell you stuff in relationships, and most of the time it's the one that's single. Most of the time it's the one that's single. A lot of us we don't want to say, but you want to say, look, you need to shut up. It's working for me. You know what I mean? It's working for me. It might not work for you, but it's working for me. That's why, one of my best friends, because I got two best friends right now. One of my good friends, he's newly married, and Aggravated said, man, I'm gonna leave you alone. You'll figure it out. Because I'm not gonna give you advice, because I'm still figuring it out. Just like I could tell you what I did in this truck. Maybe that's a warning to tell you don't do it. And if you notice when I say, like, a lot of times I don't know what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing, but I'm making an attempt to be humble about it. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Because when you drive an 18-wheeler, when you think you know everything, you better get out behind that wheel. You're going to kill somebody and yourself. You know what I'm saying? You might want to get from behind that wheel. Whew, boy. I need to turn the truck on, but it's going to take over the... I'm starting to sweat. You forget I'm in Florida. Exactly. Nobody came out of the womb knowing everything, but we live in a society where nobody wants to take accountability. You know what I'm saying? We must remember an experience is a failure if you don't learn anything from it. That right there has helped me in so many things. I failed so much. God. And I need you guys more than I think I need you guys more than I think you need me. I was so upset on that big behind boat because I wasn't used to all those people, and I started calming down when I said, and next time I think on my birthday I'm gonna pay for the so I can do some lives and stuff, but it calms my nerves. Now that I have a purpose, now that I have a life, a regular life, it calms my nerves. I have I call it, I just made it up, nerve blockers. It calms me. I'm getting 2 lawnmowers. These ain't regular lawnmowers. These are turf. These are mowers that they use at the golf course. If I would have got these 2 mowers at the regular price, it'd have been about $2,000. Or no, actually probably about $3,000. And the guy said they actually work. So I'm going to keep one, and I'm going to fix the other one up and sell it. I'm going to fix them both up and sell them. But, you know, when you have stuff that keeps you calm, you have stuff that keeps you energized, like out here. Thank you for all you health nuts, all you YouTube health nuts, all you YouTube vitamins. Thank you for Crooked Peach. She don't realize that she has set me on a path, because every time I say something, that's poison. Thank you. Because sometimes I need to be talked to a certain way to figure. And I used to wake up, and sit in this seat, black bags in my eyes that deep. I'd have 2 Monster drinks, a cup of coffee, and before I realized I was pre-diabetic, I'd have 2 big things of Reese's peanut butter cups and stuff, and my heart would be racing on there. I was tearing my insides out. Now I have like a bag full. Me and my wife was talking about yesterday how many vitamins and minerals and oils that we take every morning. But guess what? I wouldn't have known that if one of y'all didn't tell me about it. And I seen it, and I said, well, okay, well, I don't trust the commercials, but this person, even though I ain't touch them, but they're digital, and they said something to me, and it said, look, you're killing yourself. Oh, well, you got nothing in the game. You don't know me, but you said something, and I listened, and this actually works. And I get on the road, and a lot of times when I'm driving, because I'm about to go on a tangent, a lot of times I'm driving, I was lonely, I'm miserable, my health was messed up, and when your health is messed up and you don't have the right vitamins and minerals, and you don't have the right supplements in you, it makes depression. I chemically jump-started my depression. And when I start taking all this stuff, and I'm like, well, I'm walking, wait a minute, I'm a little light on the steps. Wait a minute, I got these socks on that is helping my circulation. Wait a minute, I got people that work out every day. Well, if they could do it, why can't I do it? Yesterday I did 25 squats in the back of the truck, in between the trailers, and I remember I couldn't even do that at one point. So now that I'm driving, and I have a set routine, I'm not miserable. Because my body is reacting to the positive vibes that I'm injecting it in. I went to my Walmart to pick up some stuff, and I said, and I walked by the big thing of Monster drinks. I said, nah, I don't need that. What I need to do is get home and get the mushroom coffee. I was actually looking for the pickled kimchi pickles. Oh boy. If you think your guts out of whack, take some kimchi pickles. I'm telling you. Thank you, Minister. I appreciate that. But did you see what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, when you can get yourself into the position not to win, but not to be miserable either. but you get yourself in the position to feel a lot better than you did before. A win is a win. A win is a win. Do you see what I'm saying? You get yourself into the position not to feel, because you know what miserable feels like. You can taste miserable on the back. You ever have something that had that bad aftertaste, but you know what it tastes like? You know what miserable tastes like. And driving this truck, it's better to be in a happy mood than a sad one. It's better to be proactive than to be aggravated. You see, you get what I'm saying? A lot of y'all, a lot of us, we get into relationships because we're lonely. And we take anything and everything. Red flags be like screaming, guns be ablazing. You know it's a red flag. But you say, I'm lonely. I gotta take something. But you, guess what? You don't need to take that. Take a dance class. Get one of them fans. Get one of them fans. With them fans that take a dance class. Take a photography class. Go work out. Do something. But just because you're lonely don't make bad decisions. And I'm saying that because, boy, I made a whole lot of bad decisions because I was lonely. But now that I'm alone, I'm not lonely anymore. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? I'm not anyone. I'm not a counselor. I'm not experiencing anything, so don't get it twisted. I'm just telling you stuff that's from the heart. Guys, enjoy your weekend. You know, I'm gonna try to enjoy mine. I wanted to buy some lawn. I was gonna buy a whole pallet of sod. I was gonna get some new stuff, but I'm gonna look for at least a few rolls and get it out there on the lawn. But we gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. I ain't got no choice. But guys, you have a wonderful weekend. Post them videos. I'll check them out when I can because I'm out here driving. Coming up next, Wellness with Frugal Mama. Get your workout on. Positive affirmations. Now that I know that I can do something like this, I like this. I like this green screen better than these other places. Now the positive affirmations coming up. Get your workout on. And your fashion sense. After that, cruising is fun anytime. Eddie Lugo Studios and Miss T with the T. I think Miss T's traveling or something. I don't know. They're going somewhere. Oh, is Soil Family Expo coming up? I think Soil Family Expo it might be this weekend or something. I think that's in April, ain't it? Yeah, I think that's in April. So, yo, check them out. And other than that, we're gonna close out with this. As always, if you don't think nobody loves you, know that I love you and God loves you. Y'all stay blessed. Don't be stressed. Deuces. See y'all Monday.